Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be testing this new foundation from, I think it's called KVD Vegan Beauty now. So this is the Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm. So it has like really pretty packaging. I got it in the shade Light 6. So they had like quite a few shades. I got mine from Boots. I think Boots is the only place you can buy it from in the UK. Obviously the American KVD website ships internationally, but it will take longer and you get taxes and charges and stuff like that. In America they have so many places you can buy it because you can also buy it from Sephora, Ulta, and then the KVD website, so there's more choice over there. So this is the packaging, really pretty. Just looks like this. This was £29 and just looks like this inside. So I got it in the shade Light 006, which has a slight pink undertone to it. I prefer a neutral undertone, but the only shade within my range that was neutral was 002, which is like the fairest of them all, and it just would have been too light for me. So they do say with this foundation that you shouldn't match yourself based on the colour here and what you think. You should have a look at the photos that they give because it kind of goes a different colour. So this foundation like blew on TikTok and you know everybody's been going like mad for it, so quite a few of the shades are sold out on like Boots' website, but just you know they're getting new stock in all the time, so just keep with it. From what I've seen from this foundation, it has very hit and miss reviews. It does say it's really good for dry skin, but then I've seen comments and reviews that people with dry skin saying it's not good, and then people with oily skin are saying it's not good. Like I feel like it's Marmite, you either love it or you hate this foundation. So I have like combination skin, so I have like dry cheeks and the rest is oily, so I'm interested to see how this like matches up for me. So I've just used like a basic spray on primer from Primark today, so I've not used anything that will change the base of my face and how this foundation will sit. So I'm going to apply with, I've got a Real Techniques sponge that I'm going to use today, so it's this one. I found this in Home Bargains for like £1.99, absolute bargain. So I'm going to do one side of my face with the sponge, and then I'm going to use like this MAC 170 brush for the other side and see if it makes a difference. But from what I've seen, like it's very full coverage, so it doesn't really matter. It might just be, you know, like the finish maybe like might be a little bit better with one or the other, but we'll see. Okay, so zoomed you in a little bit here, and we're going to do the sponge side first. So I will do this side of my face. I'm not even sure how to start with this, like, oh, I don't know whether the sponge is really gonna soak it up, but that's how much I've got on first. So let's see with this small amount. Wow. It's gone like, it's really full coverage. Okay, so that's like the first bit I've done, and I think it looks really good. I don't know how it's coming across on camera, but in real life that's really good coverage. It does say that, oh, with one swipe you'll be able to get like, you know, half your face done or something like that, but with what's left on the sponge I don't think it's enough to do my forehead. I mean, I've got like a light coverage on there. So I'm just going to go like back into it and do like another couple of swipes and just see if I can get it any fuller, and then obviously like put a bit more coverage on my forehead. So first impressions, like this is like no makeup and this is the foundation, so it is very good coverage, I will give it that. Is it the most fullest coverage foundation I've ever seen? Probably not, no, but yeah, you know, it is very good. And this side of my face, like this bit here looks really good. So we're done with the sponge side and we're going to move on to the brush side now. I think both the methods of application have like their benefits, because with a sponge you'll get like a more flawless, like no streaks and everything, but then with like a brush you do tend to get better coverage. So I'm just going to like dip into the foundation now. So it feels so thick going into it with a brush. I feel like when I went into it with a sponge, it just seemed to pick up the product a lot easier. So, wow, look at that. I do know like that when you distribute the product with like a brush, you know, it will be like that though. A sponge will retain some of it and spread it out as you're going along. Do you see any difference between the brush side and the sponge side? The only thing I can really see is a few brush marks on here. Like the coverage is still pretty good on both of them. So I think what I would do in like my day-to-day life, like if I was using this foundation, is I would probably go in with a brush first and put all the product on, and then just pounce over it with a sponge just to get that flawless application. Okay, so foundation is on. I think it's an alright good colour match really. I could have actually gone a shade darker, which is pretty cool. I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then I'll come back. Okay, so foundation is on and I've finished the rest of my face, and I do think it looks pretty good. Like it looks like pretty flawless and everything's sat on top of it pretty well. I would say that I have started to notice a few dry patches. I don't know if you can see, but around my forehead it seems to have gone a little bit patchy around there. But other than that, like I think it looks pretty good, and you won't be able to tell at like this distance. So yeah, I think it looks great. I know like some people say you could go through this foundation pretty quick, and some people are like not so sure, but I kind of think that you will, just because like I don't know, I think you'll go through more of it with it being a cream and you have to like scrape it through. So yeah, I can see me going through this foundation quicker than usual. I did powder this foundation. I'm just using like my Poundland powder just because I want to use it up, but I've not excessively used it. I mean, if it turns out that, you know, this face goes oily, you know, I could probably put more powder on next time, but I just put like an average amount of powder because I didn't want it to really affect the results. So the time's around midday and I want to give this a good 6-7 hours wet, so I'm going to pop back in a little bit and show you how it has worn. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's now 7 hours later, so I wanted to see how the foundation is wearing on my face, and like looking at it in my camera viewfinder, it looks like I'm wearing a filter, because it looks so good on my skin, and it's like my skin does look really good. It's like the coverage has really lasted. It's not worn away in any parts of my face. Everything's still on. I'm a little bit shiny around this part of my face, but usually a foundation would start to break down around my nose and really start to separate, but it's not. It's just looking a little bit shiny. My forehead looks exactly the same as when we left. Like it's looking like it's bunched up like a little bit, but you can only really tell when you like really look closer, and to be honest that could have even been the Poundland powder. So yeah, there've been like a lot of different reviews for this foundation, whether it's been, you know, really positive or really negative. I actually really like it, and I think I will use this like as one of my main foundations for the moment. I think it looks really good and I'm really pleased with how it's worn. It doesn't feel cakey. Yeah, I really like it. So it's currently, as I'm filming this, Boots have 20% off, so it's about £24, but it's not always going to be on that, and I don't know how long that offer's on for. It might have finished by the time this gets uploaded, so maybe if you can get it on a deal, I'd definitely get it because I think my face looks really nice. So thanks for watching today. Check out the videos that I'm going to leave in the description box, and I will see you again shortly. Bye.